Okay guys, welcome back to another vlog. Been a long time no see, but in today's vlog I am having a jumping lesson. It has been quite a while because I have been doing my GCSEs and haven't been riding much, so I haven't had content, and if I do ride it's just like a little hack out or a light school, but obviously that's not very interesting for you guys, so I haven't been filming anything. But I'm having a lesson today, a jumping lesson. Hopefully a bit of grid work. I don't actually know what we're doing, but it's just at home. We're not going to an arena hire or anything. And yeah, so I'm just taking you guys along with me for that. But I'm quite excited. I haven't jumped in about 4 or 5 weeks now, so over a month. Because I just, again, for GCSEs and just haven't really been bothered, to be honest. And it's much better to jump too little than too often. So yeah, I've just been like focusing a bit on dressage and stuff because I've got a dressage competition coming up, which I need to learn the test for. It's like a pony club one. So I'm doing this novice and intermediate. And intermediate isn't like a real dressage test in terms of BD, but in pony club it is, apparently. So the test is like really weird. It's very twisty turny. You come up the centre line, you turn left, and then you do a 50-metre circle. Then you do a half 10, walk, trot, half 10, and then you do another 15, and then you do half 10, walk, trot, half 10. And I don't know where you go after that, but that's like the first few little bits. It was just really interesting. I've just never seen a dressage test quite like it. I'm yet to look at the rest though, and I do need to work on my laterals. But the other novice is really good because it's like a decently easy novice, and I've done it quite a few times. It's the first novice I ever did, and we got quite high in that. So, and we've obviously improved a lot since then because that was like over a year ago. I'm not doing a very good job at mucking out, but I don't really care. I'm a bit too lazy for that. But yeah, that was the first ever novice we did, so we're familiar with it. I just really want to like perfect all those little bits that we're not 100% on last time, and try to do as best we can in that. But then yeah, we've obviously got the intermediate. I don't really know what, it's kind of like its own thing. It's not like the equivalent of a novice or something. I'd say it's like either like a high novice or a mix between novice and elementary. I don't even know. Because like I said, it's not actually a real BD thing, British dressage, but oh well. Don't know why I've gone off on a tangent about dressage. Back to the real topic of today. So we're doing our jumping lesson. I bought a new saddle pad, which is very exciting. I bought a Loire one, Atlantic, because really, really like that colour. And it would look so good on Boris, but I've definitely got to stop buying blue saddle pads. Someone remind me, but they just look too nice. I can't, yeah, how can you blame me? But blue really suits Boris, but then again, that red Loire one I got from MPL Equestrian, that one suited Boris so well. I need to wear that one more often because it's so stunning. Anyways, that was the crimson colour. I did my bridleless jumping vlog in that, if you guys want to go watch that, because that's quite a fun one. Anyways, so yeah, obviously just mucking out. I have my lesson in about an hour-ish. So I'm just mucking out first. Here, I'm trying to prop up the camera so you guys can actually see me mucking out. I'm actually too tired for this. I can't be bothered. But then again, when can I be bothered? Okay. But I'm very excited. I'm debating whether to do a voiceover or have my microphone on. But I've temporarily misplaced my other microphone, so unfortunately I can't give my instructor one. But it's fine. But let me know if you guys prefer a voiceover or like me just having my microphone on, because I don't know if I talk that much, but if I do, it's not very interesting to listen to, whereas if I had a voiceover and actually explained what I was doing a bit, or if I just had music in the background, whatever works, but I don't really know. Anyways, just finishing mucking out, as you can see. Oh my God. There we go. Okay. Now I need to sweep up. Okay, so you guys know the drill. We need to plait. I've just given him a carrot, so now he's really wanting more. You good boy. I had to plait his forelock yesterday to try to keep his fly mask on, and it didn't even work. Came off yet again. Can't ever keep a fly mask on this horse. Like I plaited his mane into his forelock over the top of the fly mask, and it still somehow came undone. I've got no idea how, but I mean his forelock is still intact and everything. I've got no idea how he did it. But yeah, anyways, obviously I've mucked out now, and I just need to get him ready. I'm going to plait his mane, of course, as per usual. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I did give it a little trim the other day, just to get rid of those thin loose ends, because I don't really care. We were going to go to this quite a big showing show, but we couldn't get like booked in because there were so many membership things that we had to do, and it was just too much, so we didn't do it. Anyways, that's his mane. It still looks really thin. It looks better in real life than it does on camera. For some reason it looks absolutely awful on camera, but it does look better in real life, I promise. Trying to prop my camera up, failing miserably yet again. If I go like this, okay, there you go, you can see that. I don't have a brush, so I'm just gonna plait it, but yeah, I don't really know. Do I really need a brush? I don't want to like rip out more mane and stuff. We already have very limiting amounts. But I'm just going to plait. I need to do some sort of vlog where I do a whole tutorial of all my plaits that I do, whether it's like those a running plait or the plaits I do for dressage, where it's like looks like normal plaits, but it's not, because obviously he has a long mane. They're like scallop braids or something, kind of like that. They're called that, I think, but I need to check. But I do those, and I can do like a tutorial of everything. That I do all the different styles, like also tail plaiting styles, like fishtail and everything, like all that sort of thing. But for now, I'm just gonna do a running plait. I have done a tutorial in one of my videos before. It was like a It was my first jump lesson in 2 years on Boris. That one. Was it 2 years? I can't remember. I think it was. That video, I did a tutorial at the start of it. So if you want, you can go watch that vlog, but if not, I'll make another proper one at some point and add it to my tutorial playlist. I always get a bunch of questions of people asking, how did you teach your horse bridleless? How do you teach him to bow? Everything like that. I have a playlist of tutorials on my YouTube channel. So just click that, and then obviously I've got two bridleless tutorials, 2 bow tutorials actually. I think I've got 2 of each because I kind of like redid it, but then never deleted the old ones because I was like, what's the point? But the recent ones would be better, I'd recommend. But the bow one, the original one I did, I think that one is quite good. I'm not entirely sure. Can't remember. It felt when I did it and edited it, because that was my first ever vlog that I made on this YouTube channel. It felt very messy and unorganised, like it didn't feel very good, but I don't know. Anyways, so I'll stop talking now. His mane is always too short at the end here, so I never really include that. I mean, I probably could have, but I don't want to risk. Wait, you know what? Maybe I actually could. I don't know. I can't be asked. Because I know there's like a massive gap there now, does it? Okay, I don't know at what point my video cut off, but this is the finished result of the plait. I was literally just talking about the fact that at the end, I make it go a bit longer, so that it doesn't pill on him when he puts his head down to eat. And yeah, there's this bit of a gap because I was just plaiting, and then I was like, maybe I will include that little section hanging out the end there, and again, it won't be too tight when he like puts his head down, and it won't pill on him as much. So that's his plait done, and then I just need to get me ready and get him tacked up. I'm really struggling to prop this camera up. Oh my word. Okay. That's the best we're gonna get. So Boris isn't really feeling it. He's gone to the back of the stable. He's just chilling there. I was just giving him a groom. I didn't even know. I went to put my stuff on, and yeah, I was just giving him a groom. But he wasn't feeling it. He's going to sleep. You can see this bit of straw hanging out his mouth that he was eating. I'm holding onto his tail. I don't know why. So we're in the MPL short sleeve navy base layer. I absolutely love this base layer. I wear it all the time. It's really nice. It's like, even though it's not the warmest today, I don't know what temperature it is, like 14, 15. I need to get ready. It still actually keeps me really warm, but it's like breathable because it's got the mesh sides. I really like it. Anyways, so I also have obviously my new saddle pad, which is Atlantic, which is very similar to this. So a bit of like a matchy kind of vibe going on. But just navy in general is just amazing. Anyways, I need to get him tacked up, so I'm just going to grab his saddle pad real quick. Hi, baby. Oh, that's so pretty. That's so pretty. I went for a smaller size. I mean, I think either size really fits him. Bigger or smaller, I don't really know. He's kind of like an in-between, but either fits him. I need to just take this off my saddle, and then I can put his saddle on. Boris is just chilling though, look at his little face. It's funny because I'm wearing a microphone, you guys can just hear me, but you can't see me anywhere. It's really interesting how they work. Anyways, if people are doing GCSEs, let me know how you're finding them. I've got 7 exams left until I am done with, but I'm currently on half term. So, got a bit of a break for a week where I need to actually lock in and do a bit more revision. But it's fine. Does it really matter at the end of the day? No. Okay. I feel like I'm going to get the comments like, oh, that's a dressage saddle. No, it's not. Hi, baby. Okay. I promise you guys, it's a GP. Slash kind of like a showing saddle, it's not. Okay. Very nicely, but I do want to get like an actual dressage saddle at some point. I just wish they weren't so expensive. Okay. There we go. Do the girth up. I feel like everyone's going to be commenting on the fact that I have a dressage saddle with a jumping saddle pad. It's technically a GP saddle, but I know it is very dressage shaped. It's kind of is a bit like a showing saddle. It's not. I don't even know. It's not, yeah. This just came with him when we got him, didn't it, buddy? There we go. Okay. Need to do his girth up. Oh. It's a bit small, isn't it? Doesn't quite like stretch around to both sides very equally. To be fair, it's actually not very like in the middle. Yeah. Yeah, probably fine. All parts of the saddle are in fact covered, so you good boy, Buzzle. Oh my god. You never puff out this much. Okay, another strap. Okay, I'm going to touch the thing. Perfect. Oh, that looks so pretty on you. Are we liking the matchy-matchy vibes? So, yeah. He did go on just like a little chill hack yesterday. We didn't really do much. We've just been doing so much hacking recently. We don't really even school that much anymore. Like we do, it's just because of GCSEs, just kind of going back, not doing as much.
Okay, so we started off the session doing a bit of good grid work, but we didn't spend the entire session doing this, just so he didn't get bored or anything. He started off a little lacking enthusiasm and energy, but we ended up doing this exercise which he really liked. And I would just like to point out, please no one comment on my lower leg on my right hand side, because I am convinced that I do have nerve damage on that side, because my left one is really good, but my right one for some reason is so bad no matter how hard I try and how hard I think about actually pushing it down.
Yeah. Come on.
Good boy, boy. Good lad.
Good. Oh, right, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
1, 2. Right.
Good.
Guys, I learned enthusiasm.
Oh my god. Good boy. That wasn't very energy.
Eyes up at the horizon. You're riding forward. 1, 2.
Oh, good boy.
Eyes up at the trees in the horizon.
Good boy, go. Come on.
Good boy, boy. Come on.
Come on. Oh.
Left shoulder.
Yeah.
Drop with his left shoulder.
Come on. Oh, come on.
Off you go. Top and away. 1, 2, brilliant.
Oh, come on. Oh.
Ready.
And more. Good boy, come. Good. Oh. Oh, good boy.
Good time. Actually, that felt
Yeah. And more. Yeah. Oh, sorry, baby. Come.
yes.
Okay.
One, two, three. Brilliant.
Good.
Okay, so it got a bit windy at this point, so I decided I'm just going to do a voiceover, and I don't think I said much, so it'd be a bit boring. So at this point we changed the grid work, and my instructor set up a 4-loop serpentine with 5 jumps, but obviously at the moment you can see they're just poles. And I was doing this exercise just to get him thinking about it, where I went over as a loop and did a kind of 10-meter circle and then went over the next one, just to get him thinking and listening to me and working on his overall agility. Now this exercise, I've never ever done anything like this, and as you can see now they were put up a bit as jumps, kind of just diagonal, and they were put in a way that would help him in the direction that he was jumping it. So as you can see, this last one is set up so that it goes up on the side away from the fence, just to encourage a bit more straightness, because the fence is on one side supporting him, and then on the other side the jump is a bit higher, so it just helps a bit. And yeah, like I said, we were just working on his overall agility, and he hasn't done anything like this before, not with me at all, and he did it really, really well, considering he was bitless as well. I didn't, like, the typical view would be that it's not as much control, but he listened to me perfectly, and did everything really, really well. There was a few just little errors, as you can see there, where he knocked a pole, but that was purely my fault because I set him up on a really dodgy line, quite diagonal and cut across, so he got a bad stride to it, so he just chipped it a bit, and I think it was quite a light pole, so it just came off super easily. But yeah, he was doing this exercise really well. He was getting all the changes, doing it perfectly, considering we don't really work on changes at all across the diagonal. He was doing so well, and as I said, this was just a really positive session overall. And then we combined all of them together, just really working on getting that good kind of circular / square shape to it, and working on my lines and getting just a nice positive canter coming up to them. And as you can see here, my instructor was sanding there because I kept cutting off that corner just where it was the end of the combination, and me and him were just a bit more giving up on it a bit, so we kept getting a bad stride to that. And then just to leave it off, even though he was quite sweaty here at this point, he was still being really forward and listening to me, but we just focused on the last 3 jumps, doing a 2-loop serpentine, just to make sure we got the turn nicely on both ways. He did that first jump super nicely, came to the second one, flew over it, and my instructor put a pole there just to make sure that we got that nice arch to the last jump and got a good stride to it. And then as you can see, obviously I was very happy here because he did it super well. And then we went on to the other rein and just finished it off by doing the last 3 jumps on a 2-loop serpentine on the other rein, just to finish off as getting everything. And like I said, you can see he's still super forward here and doing it really, really nicely. And it was just such a good session overall, where he was really forward, really happy to be jumping, and just so good, such an improvement from last year. Okay, so my mum took my camera. I don't know where she put it, but I don't have it right now, so I'm filming. Oh, it's doing my microphone. So I'm filming on my phone.
but that was such a positive session. I've given Boris a hose off because he was very sweaty. So I gave him a bit of a hose off. I need to brush his face off though because I didn't want to hose his face because he still had his bit of spread on, so I don't want to hose it with that, so I'm just going to brush it off. Okay, I mean he's eating. Back up. Should I see? Little baby, because he's just got a little like bit of dirt there from where he's like sweated previously. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. You like that? There you go. Yeah, I know you'd like it. Let me just give you a little bit of a brush real quick. Give you a bit of a brush. Other side. Oh, okay. Let me hold your face. Right, okay. Now he's putting all his weight on me. Okay. There you go. I just like to do it where the where it's sat, where the bridle sat, because it's either like sweaty there or just like, yeah, just give him a bit of a scratch as well, to be honest. But it's all good. I hosed up his legs as well, just give him a bit of a cold hose. It's a bit difficult with his feathers because, well, he's got feathers. So it's a bit hard to actually get down to the leg, where it's actually, the cold water is actually necessary. But my hair is a mess right now. I just took my helmet off. It's not looking good, but it's fine. We move anyways. So there we go. About that session, that was so positive. He was actually really, I need to take his pad out. He was actually really, really good. Considering, I was actually saying this to my instructor, considering November 2023, so just over a year ago, we couldn't get him to jump anything, like, couldn't get him over anything more than a 60, barely even 60 most times, because he just didn't want to jump. And now we're going around jumping, like anything, he would just jump. He had like 2 refusals today, I think. I think that was it, just 2 like little cheeky, I'm nervous kind of stops. But that was it. There was just one when we first started that like serpentine slalom type exercise. That on one of those, it was like our first time, one of the first times doing the jump, and then the other one was when we first set up the grid work initially, and he just went, yeah, no thanks, and didn't really want to jump it, so he didn't jump it. But then at that point onwards, he was super positive. Did lots of, my favourite exercise to get him like forward is definitely one where you just do start, stop. Start off and you just like canter down the long side or something, do a bit of a gallop maybe, and then just bring him back, and then just like stop either and walk or a slower canter or halt entirely, and then you just walk down the short side, and then, unless obviously you've got a square arena, then it doesn't really matter, but you walk down the short side and then down the long side again, you pick up canter and just go, and just those sort of transitions from like going to like slowing down and just getting that adjustability, because that's what's so important in show jumping. I say that like I'm a show jumper. Yeah guys, I'm actually a professional show jumper. Here's my top advice, so you can be clearing 130s, even though I've never even jumped 130. I did 120 as a single fence on Bosco, but anyways, moving on. Sorry, so adjustability is definitely, it's definitely something that's really important. So just that sort of exercise, either transitions to get them more off the forehand, or just more agile, or more energetic, or more adjustable, any of those sort of things is so important for it. And then yeah, just getting that adjustability, because that's what's so key about finding a stride to a jump. Not that I can speak because I can't see the stride for the life of me, but if you have a horse that's more confident and you're less worried about them running out, Boris, I'm more worried about him running out. Recently he's obviously been a lot better not running out, and that's why I've been able to see his stride better sometimes. Not all the time because we're still not fully there, but being able to adjust them is so important to getting a good stride to a fence, whether you have to shorten them up or lengthen them, and then that's how you find the stride. But you obviously have to be able to see a stride and know if you have to shorten or lengthen, which is partially what I can't do yet. And also I just sit there, I'm just like, yeah, I'll just let you sort it out. So I probably need to work on that, but it's fine, we'll get to that at a later date. But anyways, no, he was super good. So he started off with the grid work, he popped that super nicely, and then my instructor was like, you know what, don't want him to get bored of that, and then just do that repetitively, and then like either knock his confidence by pushing too much height wise, or just him getting bored, because I've done that exercise quite a few times. We thought we'd do something different, so there's this warm-up exercise we did where he got me to canter one way, hop the jump, and then canter off in the other direction, have like a lead change over it. And he was like, why don't we just combine that and make it a full like serpentine? So it ended up being a 4-loop serpentine with 5 jumps, so 1 at either end and then 3 in the middle. So it was a 4-loop serpentine, and it was just like in canter, just like that, and then there was just a few bits that we were messing up where I was cutting corners a bit, and Boris was, it was towards the end every time where he was just like going diagonally, and obviously it was me as well because I wasn't setting him up properly, but I could feel him drifting in, and it was probably because of the way like I ride, because everyone's biased towards one side so that they like lean more one side or something like that. Might have been partially that, partially him getting tired, partially everything, I don't even know. So we just then focused on the last 3 jumps, and both ways I did a circle and then tried to get it like perfect, and then did it the other way, and then we left it there. Because he was super tired in our breathers, because we do have breathers, I just don't ever film those. His head was like on the floor, he was like tired, but then we just wanted to get that like fixed in his brain, that this is how we do it. And then even then, like if he was stopping at the jumps, we would obviously not do any more, but he was still super active despite being tired, which is so good. And we didn't want to get to the point of pushing him that he would be forced to say no, but he was still super active, and I can always tell when he's like starting to get tired, and he didn't feel like that yet, like starting to get tired to the point where he refuses to jump, and he wasn't getting there yet because he was still super positive, and I wasn't having to like get him going to the jump. Anyway, so hope you enjoyed that vlog. I feel like I haven't done an outro in so long. I tend to just end the vlog because I always forget to film it. Hope you enjoyed that video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Crazy over you.